Well, our correspondent Angus Crawford joins us now from the protest. Angus.
There may be as many as 1,000 people here. They come and go. They bring all kinds of different flags and of slogans on their placards. But there is a unifying slogan, if you like, and that is the opposition to the Winter Olympics in Sochi next year. Some believe it should go ahead, but there should be large demonstrations there. Others believe it should simply be boycotted or should be moved elsewhere. And one of those is veteran broadcaster Stephen Fry, and he's here with me now. Do you think it's realistic to call for a boycott or a move of the Games?
It's probably not realistic in terms of it being likely to achieve its objective. I think it's realistic to call for it and to create moments like this where people think really hard. If it makes anybody go and look online and see how gays are being treated in Russia now, it is absolutely horrifying, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. My feeling now is that, of course, it isn't going to change. I was tweeted twice today by David Cameron, the Prime Minister, and he said that he didn't agree with my view they should be boycotted. It's not actually my view that they should be boycotted, it's that they should be moved. I know others think that if they were moved, Russia would take it out on the gays even more then.
So you find yourself now, in a sense, in direct opposition to the Prime Minister?
Well, no, because I never call for a boycott anyway, but I'm not in direct opposition to him. I think it's inevitable it'll happen, but I hope he'll agree with me that all our athletes and all athletes in the Games should find a symbol, whether during the performance of their piece or at the end of it, whether it's a slalom or whatever it is, and definitely on the medal podium, just a symbol. It could be this, it could be just that, just to show solidarity, just to take some of the sweetness of victory out of Putin's mouth, to show that they are thinking of the gay people of Russia who are being tormented and brutalized every day, and indeed are committing suicide at more and more alarmingly exponential rates.
I mean, this demonstration is a broad church with broad views. Peter Tatchell, of course, yes, who's here today, veteran campaigner, says actually it would be counterproductive to move it. We need to be there, he says, in force with our rainbow flags, to be openly gay, to challenge what's going on there in person. What do you think of that?
Well, he may well be right, and it certainly won't be moved, I suspect. Well, I love the idea of it going to Canada and the world just simply turning its back on Putin. How one gets a visa to go there, I don't know. I was there a few months ago in order to make a film which I've been doing over the past 2 years, about being gay around the world, and I interviewed the deputy who first put this law against the propagandizing and promotion of homosexuality in place in St. Petersburg. It's now gone federal through the Duma, through Putin. And I held a press conference there, and I then went to groups of people, shelters, if you like, for people who'd been beaten up, and talked to a young girl who'd been correctively raped and had gone to the police to explain how she'd been raped. The policeman was very sympathetic, and when it turned out that she was gay, he just said, take a walk. And you
briefly, in a sense, do you believe in a sense what you want is to mark a line in the sand about what's happening in Putin's Russia?
Yes, I think Putin's Russia will become the most dangerous country on earth very, very soon. The more powerful he gets, all humans like that. Mao, Hitler, Franco. If no one says no to you, ever, then you just go mad. The man will go mad if he isn't already.
Stephen Fry, thank you very much for joining us here today. It has to be said, any chance of there being a boycott or a move seems remote. We've heard from Lamine Diat today, who obviously the head man in international athletics, and his view is that, and I quote, his view of the anti-gay propaganda law is that he has no problem whatsoever.
Angus, thank you.